Wednesday could have been just another normal day of the week where city dwellers go about doing their businesses, but the story was completely different in downtown Kampala. This after fire suddenly erupted in Sunrise Hotel along Khamis Road at about midday, claiming lives and injuring several people.
We are working with the Uganda police, taking lead to establish what actually caused the fire.
Eyewitnesses told NTV that some members of the public took it upon themselves to rescue lives and properties, but were overwhelmed.
We have not yet established the damage, the deaths, the injuries, those who are injured, so we are requesting that we get some more time.
The firefighters reportedly delayed to arrive and only swung into action nearly 1 hour later. By that time, some of the people had been rescued while others had reportedly died.
This fire broke out early in the morning, and up to now it's coming to 3 p.m. They are still struggling to put it down, to put it off. That tells volumes about the capacity we have as a country to contain fire.
By press time, authorities were still struggling to put off the fire completely as smoke could be seen coming out of the building. Daniel Kibet, NTV.
Well, joining us in studio today is Mr. Herbert Zziwa, Communications Manager at the Uganda National Building Review Board, to discuss the state of building safety, especially in the light of incidents like today's fire. Mr. Herbert Zziwa, welcome to NTV tonight.
Thank you so much for having me.
Herbert,
Yes.
what are the current building standards in Uganda, and are they enough to prevent such tragedies?
Okay, thank you so much, Idris. Good evening, Ugandans. We're happy to be here. First of all, it is sad that we had another fire accident in the country, and our investigations show that on record we have 3 fires a day, and 52% of these fires are happening in commercial buildings, around 32% in schools, and another percentage in residential areas. So these accidents are continuing to happen. What could be the causes of these accidents? Why do we continue having these accidents? One is failure to follow the building guidelines. People are building anyhow without following the law. That's why we have these accidents. That's why we have issues of accessibility. So imagine where the accident happened today. I'm told it was hard for the fire tender to access. So those are some of the issues that, as the National Building Review Board, we are trying to address to ensure that we have a safe built environment that is good for everyone.
What are some of these standards that people are failing to follow?
The standards, one, first of all, before you construct any building in any part of the country, you must get permission. And this permission is in 2 ways. One, you must first get a development permission from the Physical Planning Committee. This development permission gives you authority to develop your land. It is this development permission that will tell you that Mr. Idris, where you want to construct, was gazetted for an industrial park. If you want to construct anything, it should be an industry. After getting the development permission, you go ahead and get the building permit. This building permit, you get it from the building committee. Now, on the building committee, one of the members of the building committee is a police officer responsible for fire, meaning that if you're to get that building permit, the officer in charge of fire safety from Uganda Police would have certified that your request, your documents, your drawings have fire safety measures. So those are some of the standards we are trying to put up. And also ensuring, as I've said, that we have building committees. Also sensitization. Ugandans must know that if you have a safe building, it does not benefit the National Building Review Board alone. It benefits you. Even you, Mr. Idris, if you see a building coming up in 2 days in your area and you just keep quiet, it is a concern to you, because most of our investigations show that when buildings collapse, rarely are the owners affected. It's either the workers or the attendants who are using the building. So it is a general concern for everybody that we must get concerned, because right now we are here in the building. Leaving this studio, you'll go in another building. You could be having children. They are somewhere in a building.
Indeed.
You will go to the mosque. I know you're Muslim, you're practicing Muslim. It is a building. So if you sit out there, you as a Ugandan, and you think your house is safe in Kololo, how about where you go for shopping?
So how about the question would be, is Uganda National Building Review Board responsible to enforce these regulations, or is it up to us, the citizens, as you mentioned earlier?
Thank you so much. We are responsible, but we work hand in hand with the building committees. Under the Building Control Act, each local authority, that is a city, municipality, town council, and a district, must have a building committee. It is this building committee that is responsible for all building approvals. If you want to construct a building right now, you don't come to the National Building Review Board. For example, if you're in Kampala, you must go to KCCA. They have a building committee, a functioning building committee. In that, before they give you permission to construct, they must ensure that you've ticked all the boxes in as far as safety is concerned.
Are you doing enough?
Yeah, we are doing enough, and we are continuing to do so.
Well, what are some of the key lessons that have been learned from these outbreaks that have been happening from last year, this year, and majorly in hotels and commercial buildings?
One, owners of buildings, this is a message to you. Let's have, first of all, the firefighting equipment on ground. Let's have the fire extinguishers. Let's have the water hydrants on ground. That's one. There's overcrowding in most of our buildings here in Kampala. We've done an investigation and we found out that most of the buildings here in Kampala, especially commercial buildings, the basement parkings have been turned into shops. The corridors have now been turned into shops. So there's no accessibility.
Mr. Herbert Zziwa, that's all the time that we had for you today. But thank you for coming through and talking to us. Well, we are taking a short break. We shall be right back. There's still more to come on here at NTV Tonight. Please do not go away.
Still to come. President Museveni directs KCCA and law enforcement teams to utilize the city's network of CCTV cameras to identify and apprehend criminals on commissioned flyover. And many Ugandans searching for decent housing have long complained about the high cost of rentals, but who is enforcing housing standards?
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Arroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Arroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. We are located on Arroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Arroa City. Visit us on www.hotellaconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
In this sacred month of Ramadan, we reflect, we pray, we give, and we rest as you observe Suhoor and stand